This channel and its videos are intended for general audience.
I see you have new coaches. Red just doesn't look well with you.
You have done it now, Thomas. If you're going to act this way towards your own passengers, then you can't be trusted with your branch line. As your punishment, you are to go to your shed. I will let you out when you learn to be a really useful engine.
Edward's branch line. Thomas had been shut up in the sheds for a couple of days. He had quite a hissing fit after Annie and Clarabelle were at the works. The other engines were cross with Thomas because they had to do his jobs as well as their own. Toby was called to take Thomas's passengers, but after an accident, he couldn't do it anymore. One day, Edward was alone with Thomas at the sheds. "I can take your passengers, Thomas, until you're let out again," puffed Edward. Thomas was relieved. "Oh, thank you, Edward," and Edward puffed to the turntable. Edward arrived at Knapford Station. He was excited to be on a different branch line. Annie and Clarabelle sat at the station platform, all cleaned up and looking forward to seeing Thomas.
"Edward, what are you doing here?"
said Annie.
"Where is Thomas?"
called Clarabelle. Edward explained what had happened, and while the coaches weren't happy, they understood Thomas had to be punished for his behaviour. The passengers later arrived, and as the guard slammed the doors and blew the whistle, Edward set off. Edward puffed down the track. He was excited, and Annie and Clarabelle were happy to be travelling with such a smooth and gentle engine. They arrived at Elsbridge to meet James with his passengers. Edward waited impatiently. "No need to worry, he will be here any minute," Edward thought. Finally, James bustled in. "Oh look, it's old Ireland, trying to be useful here as well as your rickety line," said James. Edward was cross, and so were Annie and Clarabelle, but they didn't say a word and left James to stew with his vulgar remark.
"On to Farquhar Station,"
said Annie.
"Such a gentle engine, such a gentle engine,"
the coaches sang, and Edward puffed on cheerfully. They passed through tunnels and the old windmill. They finally arrived at Farquhar Station. "Right on time," he puffed. The passengers, Annie and Clarabelle, were very pleased as he pulled away to go to the sheds. The next morning, Edward had a lot to do. He had to take Thomas's train, then go to the docks to help Porter, and then take a goods train to Vicarstown. He was nervous as he set off with the morning train. Annie and Clarabelle reassured him that everything was going to be well until he saw what lied ahead. Gordon was stuck and was cross.
Oh, look, it's Edward, the useless engine, here to save the day, he muttered.
You're lucky he's here. It's better than no one at all, snapped his driver. Edward mustered all his strength and popped to the coaches, then pushed, slowly getting the train moving. The old train climbed the hill. Annie and Clarabelle's encouragement made him even stronger with every puff. Finally, the express was over the hill.
Thank you, Edward,
called Gordon. Edward was battered as he puffed back to the yard. Well done, Edward, said Annie. He puffed to the docks and helped Porter, then backed onto his goods train. He felt unstoppable as he puffed away. Edward trundled along the line. It was a long way to Vickerstown. He puffed as fast as he could. Then there was trouble. He forgot about the crossing ahead, and Bill and Ben had crashed, blocking the line. They heard Edward's whistle. Oh dear, it's Edward, said Ben. We can't stop him in time, puffed Bill. Edward applied his brakes, but the truck shoved him into the wreckage, making a bigger mess. Oh bother, he puffed. Later, the three heard a familiar whistle. It was Thomas with the breakdown train. Sir Topham Hatt let me out early to rescue you, and I'll be back on my branch line tomorrow morning, said the little blue tank engine. Edward was relieved. The crane swung bits of broken trucks and lifted Edward back onto the rails. The next morning, Thomas was back on his branch line, and Edward couldn't have been happier to see Thomas reunited with his faithful coaches, Annie and Clarabelle.
Hello, I am Sir Topham Hatt, and if you want to watch more videos, click on these links here. And also, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of all new videos. Oh, bother that telephone.